What's going on, guys? MiniKill89 here, and today, with only a month left until the Nintendo Switch is released, I thought I would do a final review on the Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild Nintendo Switch presentation video. Now, this video, I will admit, I've watched it many times. So hype for the game to actually come out. That is a car. I hate you, car. Moving on. Then just this video is been on my adverts on YouTube because I've watched it so many times. Like, I'm so hyped for it. Now, if we go on to this, like, the beginning, I'd say, like, 30 seconds isn't that interesting. So I will turn the volume down for that a little bit, and we will play it. There is lovely music in the background and nice ambient sounds. We will also get rid of the annotations real quick. But this is the presentation that they showed it on the Nintendo Switch presentation. At the end of the presentation, which I thought was really nice, and this flute music is so beautiful. Now, I've got a few things to say. Now, first off, I've got to say, this looks like the desert from Twilight Princess. Now, yeah, I've said before in my theory and timeline video before this was released, I will leave a link to that in the description, that this was originally going to be based either before or after Twilight Princess. Now, for me, this gives me even more reason, because if we look in the far right here, we see this rock formation, and it looks like one of the rock formations from Twilight Princess. Now, the only thing that makes this not Twilight Princess is these little sand seal things here, and this the little, I would assume, stone structure on the left hand side here. However, looking at that now, it makes me think that that is Twilight Princess, because if you played Twilight Princess and you remember the desert in Twilight Princess, which I cannot remember the name of for the life of me right now, probably just Gorilla Desert actually, then you will remember that Ganon's minion things, or the King, I haven't played Twilight Princess in ages, King Boblin or something like that? Moblin? Whatever it is. His minions are on top of towers and they're around boars, sitting around a campfire, and this looks like that now. But we will continue with the lovely flute music, and we can see more wildlife from the game. We see this lovely, like, winter fox here. We also get a nice scenery of the mountain again. We got a couple of trees dotted everywhere. Not much in that scene except for the fox, unless I'm missing anything. Having a final quick scan. Nothing in this scene really to me, just lovely scenery. Again, lovely scenery. We see in the bottom right here, I'm circling it with my mouse, hopefully you can see my mouse. There is a little bit of a red hint, maybe could be some more lava from the volcano, but I don't think so somehow. I think it could be one of those shrines that they told us about long ago at E3 2016. Just some more lovely scenery here, not much. We can see a little bit more in the background. Now, this is where it gets interesting. I am a terrible Zelda fan, and can't remember the name of these creatures right now, but it's the same race as Makar, or creature as Makar, from Wind Waker. I can't remember what they're called right now, but there's quite a lot of them. And just before it goes on to the next one, if we remember, in Wind Waker, this race or creature or animal, whatever you want to call them, they were protecting the Deku Tree. Now, that could mean something, that couldn't mean something, but on this next scene here, we see that they are protecting a sword and pedestal. Now, if we get a closer shot right here, and this sword is the Master Sword. This is the first full-on shot we get to see of the Master Sword and its location. The Master Sword seems to be surrounded by blue flowers. Now, yeah, I'm going to leech off somebody else's theory, but I have seen a theory on YouTube as well, that this is the same location as a Link to the Past, I believe it is. And to me, that is insane, really. Because my theory is Twilight Princess. That theory is, I just said it, Link to the Past. Yeah, that theory is Link to the Past. And, just think about it. If we've also got Makar's race, creature, animal, whatever, I do not care what you want to call it. I'm calling it a race. Have your own opinions. But yeah, so that means we have 3 potential Zelda games right now. Now, also, if we think about it, at E3 they also showed Link waking up in a resurrection pool. Now, theories that go along with Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask, they tell us that Link is supposedly dead in Majora's Mask. Now, the resurrection, it's been 100 years, and I will show you a screenshot of that, probably pop it up on screen now. But yeah, Link has been sleeping or has been dead for 100 years. Now, that possibly connects 5 games together. We've got Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, although Majora's Mask is supposedly all in Link's head, but we'll just combine it, because why not? We've also got Link to the Past, Twilight Princess, and Wind Waker. That is 5 Zelda games already put into one game. Excuse me. Now, if we continue watching this, we see the Master Sword again, and the next scene we see how beautiful the area is, and we also get to see Link. Now, something that more solidifies my theory of Twilight Princess, or before or after Twilight Princess, is this little formation in the sky here on the left. This could even actually be Skyloft, or the remains of Skyloft, meaning that Skyward Sword is also linked into this, meaning that there is 6 Zelda games linked together, if so. But just this formation in the sky makes me think of Twilight Princess, Twilight Portal. You know, the ones that Midna creates, and the ones that are created when you beat 3 of the evil thingamabobbers that you can only beat as Wolf Link. Or actually no, you get to fight them as normal Link. Either way, so here's a little bit more. There's Link in the main, but we also see more zoomed in of the supposed portal to me, and we also see another shot of Hyrule Castle engulfed in supposedly Calamity Ganon, which is explained a little bit about now, roughly about 10 seconds. There's just some more action shots. Now, this little action shot here gives me an idea that there'll be treasure or another temple or shrine on this little island here, because it's connected, and what have you. Here we see the snow area. There we go. So it says that the history of Hyrule also has the Calamity Ganon. Now, if we think back to Ocarina of Time, when you defeat Ganon, what happens? He is supposedly just crushed by his tower, and it sinks into the lava. That is the last scene that we see of Ganon. Nobody knows what happens to him after, because he's not in Majora's Mask. Nobody knows what happens to him. It's just something that he's supposedly dead. Now, if we scroll back a little bit more, something that tells me that it's Skyward Sword even more is that we actually have the temple, I guess the temple from Skyward Sword, but also this is the temple that they showed at E3, which was supposedly the Temple of Time. But we can see here that we have the goddess statue, which people worshipped in Skyward Sword, and we see another mini one by the side of it. Who knows what this could mean, but something even more. On the left side of the screen we have this little statue looking thing, which is also from Skyward Sword. Call me crazy, but I'm pretty sure there is 6 Zelda games linked together Nintendo are finally giving us a storyline. There's that. So here we see. Oh god, that was a stutter and a half. Here we see more shots of the Guardians. It's crazy, but nobody knows why the Guardians wake up or when they wake up. So Ganon, Calamity Ganon is a primal evil that has endured over the ages. Solidifying. Why do I keep saying solidifying? Confirming maybe my theory to a little bit earlier, where he is still alive after he's sunk into the lava. The Triforce of Power maybe kept him alive. Who knows? In this shot here on the screen right now, we see a nice little shrine in the center, and we have these towers that nobody knows what they're actually for yet. On the right hand side, we've got the volcano on the left far back, and that's really all we can see in this shot here. And we've just got a bit more scenery apart from that. Got a little bit of everything. More wildlife. And here's another shot. Oh, go back. There's another shot of the tower, like it's raising out of the ground. Like I said, nobody knows what they actually are for yet, except for the employees of Nintendo, because. But nobody knows what these are for. There's another shot of, I'm guessing, Hyrule Castle after Calamity Ganon. Because if we think about it, Ocarina of Time, adult timeline, is supposedly happening 7 years after. However, this game is taking place 100 years after. We'll just continue watching this through. There we go, we can see that some evil creatures have just spawned up, or arisen, or whatever you want to call it. There's an active guardian, some of the enemies. What looks like we get to sledge with a piece of god. Wild animal or something, fighting maybe a boss or an enemy. There's some more bosses or enemies. There's some of we get to see some of the powers we get, and there is a shrine of some sort. Maybe there's more Calamity Ganon. Still nobody knows anything about the story except for Calamity Ganon. Here, oh, it skipped it. But here we get to see some of the villages. There are still other people alive. Ooh, looking on the right here, I've just noticed this looks like a potion shop of some sort. On the bottom right hand side, we can see like vials or something. But this, I'm supposing, is one of the towns. Just looking at it, it looks as if it could be what's the windmill town called? Is it just Windmill Island, something like that, from Wind Waker? This looks as if it could be Windmill Island because we've got the big windmill on the hill, and we've also got little windmills everywhere. But that's just me having a guess at something. A stab in the dark. Here we see another town. I don't know what town this could relate to. Could be. Oh, it could be. What's the town before Gerudo Valley? Whatever that one's called. Because we've got the little symbol here, and this appears to be the gate. But you've also got water everywhere, which is interesting. A barren wasteland. Ooh, this appears to be the fountain for Hyrule Castle in Ocarina of Time. This could mean anything though, but it does. My English today, man, it is broken down and destroyed, so it's not going to be running anytime soon. There's another guardian. We see Link sailing. Ocarina of Time throwback. Now, I will replay that clip in a minute, but if we look closely, I'm probably pushing it to, yeah, I'm pushing it to it. We can see that, again, there's Makar's race creatures. Like I said before, I'm calling it a race. On top of a tree. Now, if we look closely, if we look closely, we see that, oh, I hate YouTube sometimes. We see that there are moving lips in the top. Now, call me crazy, but is that the Deku Tree? Because like I said before, Makar's race is protecting the Deku Tree, or defending the Deku Tree, or lives with the Deku Tree. I'm crazy, right? Yeah. Like I said, I was going to play that clip again. Now, the one flaw to my theory of 6 Zelda games being combined there is the fact that the Deku Tree is still there. Now, when you finish the Great Deku Tree temple in Ocarina of Time, you may remember that the Deku Tree actually dies because Goma has taken too much out of him. Now, if he's maybe recovered from that, then that is interesting, because he could have maybe just... No, I've just had a thought. Live thought. This is all going to be live commentary. And, because I just can't be bothered to edit, that's why. And, but at the end of Ocarina of Time... But at the end of Ocarina of Time, the Great Deku Tree actually plants a smaller Deku Tree, maybe? Or am I thinking of a different game? I'm pretty sure that's Ocarina of Time. Either way, the Great Deku Tree plants a smaller version of himself. So maybe the Deku Tree speaking there is the baby Deku Tree, who has replaced the old Great Deku Tree. Crazy, man. Either way, we will move on. It's just playing this again, because why not? And there is a Mega Guardian. Now, ooh, content strike. Here is, find the right thing, there we go. Here is the first instance we see in this trailer of Link holding the Master Sword, Link's face close up, and possibly Princess Zelda? It's basically confirmed that it is Princess Zelda nowadays. But when I first saw this, my jaw was so low to the ground, not literally, that I literally got cramp in my jaw. It wasn't even funny. But it is crazy just to see that Zelda is still in the game. Well, she would be still in the game because it's called The Legend of Zelda. But all that is a bath scene. There we go. We see another type of Guardian there. And we see Link... Oh, I'm pushing all the wrong buttons now. We see Link maybe having a talk with Zelda in a unknown location. I cannot correlate. I cannot link this to any other scene in any of the games. There probably is one, but me personally, I cannot link it to any. Now, yeah, they're just having a chat and what have you. Shrine rising out the ground, showing you more of the shrines. There is Zelda, face on. Zelda has been keeping the world in peace and harmony for a long time. Cry scene. Now, before we get into the epic music, here is, I believe, a new character in the Legend of Zelda franchise with possibly new race, or it could just even be those animals that we saw earlier. Now, I do not know who this human is or what this character is. All we see is long red wavy hair in a hairstyle. God, I'm a guy. I don't know what I'm talking about. Moving on. Zelda crying again, because why not? And epic music. Link riding a horse. Link destroying a monster. It's a Goron. It's a Goron. A Goron. Yes, a Goron. Link paragliding like we saw. Maybe the Great Fairy in that. There we go. There is a... Well, first off, Link riding on a beach. Link Great Fairy. Link riding on a beach. And here is the new character that I was talking about. Nobody knows her name as of yet. She probably has been leaked. But me personally, I haven't looked up anything else on this game at the moment. I don't know who this is. This could be the Seven Sage Gerudo girl, whatever her name is. I can't remember. It's been so long since I played that game. We also see Zora. Zora's back in the game. What solidifies these creatures or characters being Zoras for me is the Nehru's crest right on the left hand side of his or her face, or its face even. And oh, I did not mean to do that. Here we see I can't remember any of these characters' names or races' names, but we see the race that Medley is from as well. Is this because Wind Waker has definitely basically been confirmed from everything to be linked to this game as well? But here we see Medley's race. Is this the young boy that was holding the pearl when you went to the Dragon Roost Island? Could be. There's more Zoras. Zelda using a special light ability. Zelda in light with Hyrule Castle. Link in pain and deafness. And Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Copyright 2017 Nintendo. Oh, I missed it again. I've been trying that for so long. Oh, I've been trying to get this perfect for so long. But basically, Zelda, definitely confirmed Zelda here with this bracelet. Because in Skyward Sword she wore bracelets like that. And supposedly more of the Deku Tree here. As we can see, we've got the lips down in the bottom left. And we've also got a nose there, probably? Maybe an eye closed or whatever, but he doesn't have eyes anyway, technically. Moving on. That is Zelda Breath of the Wild. And as usual, open your eyes. Coming 3rd of March 2017. Be prepared to see this game on my channel. I can confirm it will definitely be coming to my channel, hopefully, if I can ever get my life sorted. Just because I love The Legend of Zelda and I'm so hyped for this game and I cannot wait. It is insane. Either way, this has been my analysis of the Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild Nintendo Switch presentation 2017 trailer, as it says in the title. Yeah, some links will be down in the description. If I have said any links will be down there during the video, and I will also leave a link to this video in the description as well, in case you have not seen it. Thank you everybody so much for watching. Be sure to leave a like if you are hyped for the game as well, and drop a subscribe if you want to catch this when the game comes out. And as always, be sure to tell your friends, your family, your friends' friends, your family, your family's friends, your friends' family, friends. Your cousins, maybe? I don't know. See ya.